Every day, businesses are transitioning more into the online world. Oftentimes, virtual teams are created because they cost less, are more convenient, and can incorporate members from different offices to work on the same projects.
Many times these virtual teams are more productive than co-located traditional teams. However, these virtual teams face many unique challenges. With this lack of face-to-face communication, it's becoming increasingly difficult to build trust in these new teams.
Trust is the foundation for every successful team. It increases confidence within the team members, enhances communication and collaboration, and therefore maximizes the efficiency of a team.
With virtual interactions increasing every day in the business world, it's important to be able to skillfully navigate your way in this new virtual business place. In order to build trust in these virtual teams, we suggest the 5 following ways on how to build trust on the virtual level. First, we believe we should leverage Swift Trust. Next, proactively build interpersonal trust. Then communicating with predictability, share and rotate the power, and then lastly, humanize your members.
Swift Trust, simplified, is giving your team members the benefit of the doubt because you believe that everyone is in the same boat. When you first start working with your team, acknowledge that everyone has something beneficial to contribute. It is important to build on these skills. The business program Trello allows members to make lists and ideas to freely express themselves with the ability for others to jump on. Apps such as this leverage Swift Trust and can provide a great common ground for new groups to build on each other's ideas and maintain productivity.
Next, we're talking about proactively building interpersonal trust. People tend to latch onto personal details about others in order to identify common ground. During an in-person meeting, people may start off by talking small talk with their coworkers to create personal connections. This is also a good idea in virtual meetings to establish these personal connections. A great example of building interpersonal trust is when teams communicate using Skype. The messaging capability before the video call allows members to communicate casually with their teams.
Another important aspect of building trust within teams is their ability to communicate with predictability. Oftentimes in virtual teams, people have trouble finding time to contribute to their team, leaving 1 or 2 people to do the bulk of the work. Google Calendar allows you to create a team calendar where teammates can put in their conflicts and availabilities. On your Google account, you can create a calendar with a description of its purpose and share it with the rest of your team. This will help ensure that team meetings are planned when the entire team is available and everyone is clear on what their responsibilities are.
Sharing and rotating power is another important part of building trust. It's common for members and ideas and opinions to be overlooked and overshadowed when the power dynamic is skewed. By dividing speaking time equally, we can combat this issue. The program Hubstaff has projected time-based tracking, screenshots, and activity levels that allow members to share time and record participation. This kind of monitor and mentor approach is critical when you need to build trust in remote teams. The visualization of participation keeps group members equally providing to the group. By doing this, your virtual team members have successful communication and the ability to build trust amongst members.
Lastly, you can build trust in virtual teams by humanizing your members. An essential way to humanize is to give something or someone a human character. We can see this active humanization in GroupMe. Because the person's profile picture appears next to each message that they send, team members can visualize who they are talking to instead of just a typed message such as an email, once again building trust. Because trust is an essential part of every team, it's important for these virtual teams to learn how to build trust. The additional challenges these virtual teams face make it more difficult to build this trust. However, by leveraging Swift Trust, building interpersonal trust, communicating with predictability, sharing and rotating power, and humanizing members, virtual teams will be able to thrive in this environment.